Hello, survivors of the apocalypse and veterans of AtomRPG. Welcome back to Trudograd. Last time we caught all the revolutionaries and that problem is solved now. At least for the moment. We are at our headquarters. I put back all the stuff. By the way, let's not forget about the helmet. And we are ready for the next expedition. So we are running the FN Mini-Me Belgian-made light machine gun. I never heard about anything good coming from Belgium, except for fries. So let's see if this is actually a good one. Let's see. So we are also running without our armor now, because I have to criticize something. I feel that the armor is kind of, too powerful. Although you can still die, but the person inside of the armor doesn't, which is of course good for Lieutenant Razin, who likes to die quickly. But I feel we have more excitement if we don't run with that. Also, it is kind of not convincing, in my opinion, that some rubble would attack us when we are running around with that thing. So, and we are going on a little mission now. However, like this inverter, I think we could and should do this here. Yeah, so let's talk to the Gravedigger. But I feel that we should probably go to this underground bunker with the armor. Yeah, also because that helps to carry stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. I do like the graphics here, by the way, like the head that is here. So, and that's here Resto Village. So there. Walking through. There, Turning a corner, we hear a crowd of people headed our way. Soon the hooligans hove into view. We are faced with a throng of violent Trudogradians, especially this one here, with her body type, right? They're looking for law enforcement officers to butcher. If we don't act immediately, this might end badly. Well, we have to defend ourselves and get the rubble off the street, right? It's there. A rusty rifle, rusty PPS. He's got a stake. Oh, he wants to impale us, huh? And a rusty sort of shotgun, okay. Yeah, I don't think we need the... Although, well, yeah, we could do one little burst. We don't have so much ammo on this one. Oh yeah, well, I forgot to look through our inventories just as a heads up. Let's go here. We could surprise them with the short burst. So, and I brought... But the main reason is that I want to see the death animations. That's the main thing. So here, let's do a short burst on the rusty PPS, because that is actually that can be nasty. Good. So he's... Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage there. I would have thought that we spread it out a little bit. Oh, and we dropped the gun. Well, that was clumsy. So Hex has the claw knuckle duster. You are aggressive, and the lieutenant has the Leningrad knife with the upgrade. And we can't have the machine gun there lying around. Like someone might steal it, so... Oh! Oh, we've got a bug. Let's put in our hands correctly up there. So... And, well, he's got a sawed-off shotgun, so this, like the sawed-off... Yeah, let's shoot him some bolts in the eyes. Let's do that. The regular sawed-off shotgun, that's actually... That could be a problem. There. And... Good. Beautiful. And by the way, like, the rusty rifle also has the 5.45 ammo. Okay, well, let's... we can't shoot him, okay. Then let's go here. like this. And maybe we are actually falling back. Oh, they're coming. Oh, he's shooting. Oh, he jammed. Okay, that's good. His weapon jammed. Looks at his disfigured arm. Oh. But well, we've got the shields here. Yeah, we've got the shields. And that's the lieutenant. So, Hex. I think Hex lost his weapon. Well. Then let's run up. Well, that was also kind of stupid, but well. Ending the turn. So, but we have a chance for a death animation here. Oh yeah, well, yeah, you just shoot Hex. Oh, and Hex is going to shoot him now, huh? Hex, don't panic. There. Ah yeah, here, so this is the Leningrad knife. Okay, but his damage output is really bad. Oh, he's using up his... and the stake. But we have pretty good armor now, so let's change something. Hex. Take your claw knuckle duster. Again. And oh, he's using... oh! He's using the good one. He's not supposed to use that. He changed the weapons. He's using my 5.45 AK-74. He's supposed to use the AKMS. What the... Hex, how could you waste the ammo, the precious 5.45? Okay, well then actually we are taking that. So we have enough weight even for 10 kilograms. So and here, so he only has the APK, the automatic Kalashnikov pistol. So I'm talking about Lieutenant Razin now. And I thought it might be a good idea to bring the PPD-40 as well, plus the Mauser, because we have really a lot of ammunition for the Mauser now, the Parabellum rounds. Like really a lot. And I want to see the possible death animations here with these, also with the axe and the Gekku saber here. Yeah. We saw the Devil's Trident once. With this one, then he's just impaling a person. But I would think that there are probably more than just one animations. So, where's our knuckle duster? There, so here, like that. And now we are going to help out a bit. And let's go for those guys over there. Maybe we can put someone on the ground there. Let's hit him in the head. Oh. And then again. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Now, okay, he's still shooting now. Oh! He's trying to... Oh, what happened? Well, like Hex, you are not supposed to shoot them. Beat him up. There, but we need to get to this guy now. So I kind of want to knock him on the ground. And they don't wear any helmets, and I want the ammo. Oh, let's hit him in the head. Come on. Why are we not stunning him? Oh, he's running around away now. Okay, good. So I went close so we would get the advantage there. Oh, he's got a broken bottle and he used up all his ammo there. Okay. But we need to eat some meat anyway. And now his bottle is broken. Yeah, you guys mess him up. Critical. Okay, no animation. Then we are running here. Yeah, I think he's probably just running away now. This guy. Ending the turn. Yeah. Oh, they put him on the ground. Yeah, okay. But if he's lying on the ground, there's no death animation. Or finisher animation, I should say. Let's wait here, because he can't shoot at us, so he's probably coming forward again. Ending the turn. It's reloading the gun, yeah, okay. Ah, good. So... yeah, like thugs, we are messing the guy up while he's on the ground, huh? Okay, oh yeah, but by the way, here, Hex, I'd like you to attack this guy now. Come over here. And then we are running here. And let's hit him in the eyes. That's better. Okay, and then one regular hit. Okay. He took another stim. Hex, I gave you an order. Oh, guys. Well, that's why we are no real military here. So you run there, and then, yeah, let's give him 2 regular hits. Okay, there. So this is more exciting though, without the armor. Let's run here. So he's running around the corner. The others are coming from there, okay. Cutting him off. Oh, by the way, we've got some signs here. Oh no, they are just posters. There is the rooster or something. And then let's wait behind this corner. Ending the turn. Now he's coming again. Very good. Yeah, our lot is a little bit too undisciplined here. There. So, and then we've got two regular hits. There. Oh yeah, here. Got him. Okay, well. No death animation this time. Oh, he's got spasms. Angry citizen. I think he was way worse than angry. Oh yeah, very good. Here, 15 shots. That's good. Hex, you take everything. Oh, there's some scrap metal. So who are they? Protester, rebel, scum, disgruntled laborer, and an insurgent. Okay, well, disgruntled laborer, I mean, yeah. Like, that guy was probably just agitated. Oh, and by the way, I put a lot of the stims into our stash as well. There. Aha, yeah, that was the PPS, okay. Oh, he's got a grenade there. And here, and by the way, no, the ammo goes to the lieutenant. The rebel scum. There. Oh, he's also... They've got a lot of stims, these guys. Oh, here. 1 turnip. Let's eat it directly. Hex gets everything. So that's actually also not bad loot here. With the problem that we can't really sell it properly enough. So... And let's get out of here. So I'm not running around and collect the little stuff. Although, oh well, now that we are here at the garbage bins, why not? Some waste paper. Oh yeah, more scrap metal over there. Well, we need to make some bolts. On the other hand. Let's collect that. And let's see if there's something in the garbage. Oh yeah. Oh! Well, so we've got enough stuff for... And even some corn. I think no one threw it away, but rather deposited it there in a seemingly safe space, right? But everyone knows that in the We're here. There's never been anything in these vehicles. Maybe here? No. So. Let's go here. No, where's the exit? There. There was no... Oh, here, well, some scrap metal. Okay, well, the scrap is actually rare enough that it's worth it. A log. No, I want to make metal bolts rather. Oh, but by the way, so we've got metal bolts here, but we have some wooden bolts as well. So let's put those in there first. And can we actually make metal bolts now? Ammo, metal bolt. Ah, wire. Wasn't there a plastic bottle necessary? Usually. Oh, what's that, by the way? What's the lowest thing there? What's that? Ach, it's some machine to make ammo. I thought those were wooden bolts. Here, no, the wooden bolts are made with the plastic bottle. Okay. But no, we're not making wooden bolts. Where's the scrap now? I don't want the scrap in our inventory. Hey, where is it? Where is it now? It's not on the ground, otherwise it would be here. Hey, what's going on? Oh, it's still here. Ugh. There. Hex. 71 kilograms, okay. But without the armor, the problem is reappearing. With our capacity to carry stuff. So, okay then. So let me save the game. And then we want to go to Rastor village. There. We could have checked the outskirts, but I think there's actually no new money with the traders. Okay, so like this. Saving. So, let's see what is going on here. Oh, we've got scarecrows. Oh, there's a person, a passer. Ah, okay. Yeah, we've been here. Hello. So, there's this thing. Never mind, I can't talk to you right now. Oh. Well, like, I would have. Yeah, I would have talked. But, well, if it's not wanted, or if our company is not wanted, then everything must be okay, I guess. There's another passerby. Can we talk? I can't talk to you right now, but later I also want to talk to you. Okay, well. Oh, this was the thing here with the nice snow. Again, yeah, the glimmering snow. That's pretty nice. So, we need to find the Undertaker. I have no idea where we could look for that one, so let's just ask someone. Oh, so maybe him? Alya? Oh, I think, could it be that she told us something about her husband being an undertaker? So Alya, yeah, here there. The wife of the gravedigger Pakom favors us with a polite smile. Forgive me if it's sacrilegious, but you visit us more often than the families of the recently deceased. Well, actually, I just wanted to look around and ask you something. Oh, you've got a rotten toadstool. Let's have that one for 1 ruble, because it doesn't cost much. And these are not that easy to come by. There. Thank you. I see that your husband is here. Hello there. Aha. Noticing us, the grey-haired fellow rests his hands on his hips, stretches his back and asks, Whom are we burying, mister? A friend? A relative? I can't promise the work will go quickly, but the grave will be ever so wonderful. Believe me, I'm not only a master of dowsing, but also excel in grave digging. Oh, you're both a grave digger and a dowser? One cannot exist without the other. You bury a deader over an underground spring, and a week later the well water in some nearby village will be contaminated. So when I go looking for new grave sites, I always check the ground with a dowsing rod first. Well, that seems to be smart. A real clever fellow taught me to do so. An honest-to-God, genuine professor. Oh, well, tech. Do you use drilling rigs and hygrometers to look for water, or did the professor really suggest that? Did you know that dowsing has no scientific basis? Yeah. But let's use our technology skill, cause that's a rare thing. None of that. The professor said I should get a drill, some cable, a tape measure, a computerized moisture meter and such, but I'm a simple man. Instead, I just broke a forked stick off a bush and adapted it for this project. Worked just as well. Oh, does it, huh? Well. And who was this professor anyway? Goryachev. He used to live here before his wife died. May she rest in peace, the poor dear. The few times he talked to me, it was all about her funeral. So I don't know anything about him, except for his views on groundwater and grave sites. He was really scared of water seeping into his wife's coffin, I tell you what. It almost sounded like there was something inside the old corpse box that could get ruined by the moisture. I guess the poor fellow didn't realize that deaders spoil even if they don't get wet. White collar, what do you want from him? Yeah, right, yeah, I mean, like there's surely just the corpse, right? So listen, how about we change the subject? The elderly gravedigger shrugs. So, yeah, you know... Oh, I want to arrange a funeral. For whom? Like, let's explore this one here. Finally a client. I meant to say I'm so sorry for your loss. Who do you want to bury? What? Pointing to Exogen. Him. I need to bury him. Let's explore this. This must be fun. But this man is actually alive. He sniffs suspiciously at Hexogen. Sort of. How observant of you. I lived. I live. I will live again. Both in this portly, fleshy form and as an eternal spirit in the hearts of brave men. Bah! I will even survive this joker I call my child. And when this progeny of mine dies, I'm not even going to pay for their funeral. I'll drink to their memory, that's a given. Wine, maybe even some vodka, but shelling out real money? No can do. See, he can talk, and I only accept dead clients. It's too hard otherwise. Remembering which graves are free and which are reserved for the living. When he dies, I bury him, that's my only rule in life. Gotcha. So, can you answer a couple of questions? Yeah, or maybe like... Yeah, let's firstly ask the questions, right? He's going to get back to this one. But I'm a bit afraid that we're cutting off something and he's not gonna talk to us much more or something. Questions? I don't know about that. I'm an outdoorsman thanks to my trade. Spend most of my days alone on the steppe or with this nutty old woman. Is she nutty? Well, she has a weird cape there on her head. Well, how do I call you? Jacob. Everyone around here knows my name. Now you know it as well. Let's shake on it. Okay, let's shake on it. How did you become an undertaker? One time a neighbor asked me for a favor to cobble together a coffin for his father-in-law. Since then, gradually became my specialty. The land outside the village is free to use, so there's plenty of room for graves. And after the death of my son, grave digging became my only passion in life. Oh, that's so sad, Pacom. I'm sorry. But let's not talk about that. I hate dwelling on sad stuff. Yeah. Well, is there a cigarette on your ear? Yeah, okay. Tell us about your village. Local history is more my wife's specialty. Seems she's got nothing better to do than memorize obscure historical anecdotes. Talk to her if you want to learn something useless. Well, maybe we shall then. What rumors are circulating out on the steppe? I work alone, so I haven't heard much gossip, but I do have some weird stories to tell. I was walking along the bank of the Ushts, a local stream I've passed 100 times. But recently I spotted something I'd never noticed before. A shepherd walked out from behind a hillock with a mighty herd of really peculiar goatlings. Their wool was striped and colored every shade of green. Just like tiny woolly watermelons on legs. Strange, no? Yeah, that's really weird. Maybe they were actually reptiles or something. Woolly reptiles or so, who knows? Okay, well, can we change the subject? You don't say. Can we change the subject? The elderly gravedigger shrugs. Okay then, listen. I need to find the grave of Professor Goryachev's wife. The gravedigger's eyebrows shoot up. His forehead like two caterpillars jumping off a hot plate, and he takes exactly 3 steps back as if worried we are contagious. That's a nice comparison here. Caterpillars jumping off a hot plate, huh? You're not even going to be coy about it, huh? The professor warned me about people like you. Said it was only a matter of time before you'd start sniffing around, asking about the last resting place of his dear wife. Tell me the password, mister, then maybe we can talk. Well, how about password? Is that the password, Well, Goryachev didn't say anything about a password. Is this some kind of setup? Now here, can we do without the complications, my good sir? The professor himself sent me, and let God smite me where I stand if that's not the truth. The gravedigger squints and throws us a sly wink. There isn't the slightest trace of fear on his face now. Aha, that was actually a test, huh? Yes, alright, I believe you. I mean, it would still be nice to get the password, but if you want to skip that part-time game, let's go. Okay, well, let's lead the way, you crazy old codger.
You follow your guide out of the village and onto the open steppe. The blank, snowy canvas, which seems to stretch to infinity before you, gives you mixed feelings. On the one hand, it makes you recollect challenging the Wasteland 2 years ago near Krasnoznameni. On the other, your time roaming Trudograd's narrow and twisty streets has left you with an anxiety bordering on agoraphobia at the sight of this vast and pitiless vista. Shivering from the chill, the gravedigger moves towards the black grove looming on the horizon. This is where you will find the treasure of Professor Goryachev. It looks like quite a hike. Maybe you should find a way to pass the time.
By the way, that was our one chance to hear the narrator say Krasnoznameni, right? But he said it differently. Krasnoznameni, men, or something. He didn't really pronounce the ni, right? So, how about? Well, let's chat with our guide. Although I would actually like to chat with everybody. Let's chat with our guide.
You pat the old gravedigger on the shoulder and he speaks without slowing down.
In the summer, I can reach this place in 15 minutes or less at a walking pace. But with the snow this deep, it might take me half an hour or so.
He sniffs loudly and spits to one side.
But even if you get worn out, the grove isn't dangerous. There's no animals, only the occasional grave robber. But they're quiet, furtive bastards. Only someone too cowardly to rob the living would stoop so low as to rob the dead.
The gravedigger complains about thieves and reprobates for a few more minutes, after which he starts lecturing you about the glorious warm season. He doesn't stop until you reach your destination, a lonely copse of trees in the middle of the steppe.
Oh, I thought we could also chat with the others. I think we have to explore that too. Let's carefully scan the grove before proceeding. Can I reload now? No, I can't. Oh, what's this? Can I click here? Oh! Left and right. Well... now that's a service, isn't it? At last we are here. Take a deep breath and enter the grove. Now let's firstly look around. Let's scan the grove before proceeding.
Silence reigns in this lonely harbor, where the tall tree trunks deny the raging wind access to the sleepy shelter within. Before you've even taken a step, the gravedigger speaks up.
The going will be much easier from here. Snow isn't deep, and the trees keep out most of the wind.
He surveys the grove closely.
Just don't get distracted, all right? Stick to my path. These parts are generally safe, but the sooner we get back home, the better. And mine's gonna be the quickest route to our destination.
If this place is so safe, why all the warnings?
The gravedigger shrugs.
My nerves are not what they used to be. But don't get worried over nothing. I come here regularly, both on my own and with other folks. Just don't let yourself get distracted and all will be well.
Okay, well, that sounds interesting, but I think something is afoot, isn't it? Okay, I'm counting on you.
You loop between tree trunks and gravestones protruding from the snow. Suddenly, your guide halts, so you almost stumble into him.
Hold up. There's someone there,
He says in a tense whisper, and points to a linden tree near the path. More precisely, he points out a dark silhouette, partially hidden behind the massive trunk, watching you. What makes you especially uneasy is that the enigmatic stranger isn't standing in the snow like you, but is 3 meters up, clinging to an ice-rimmed branch.
Oh, is it a sharpshooter on the tree? How about let's toss a snowball at this? Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Let's toss a snowball. Or maybe let's have a look first. Make a focused examination of our mysterious observer.
No matter how hard you squint, you can't make out this person's expression or gear, much less his intentions.
Why do we have 8
Anything
attention?
else, you'll have to get closer. Razin chimes in. Can't see squat in this gloom, partner.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, let's toss a snowball.
Your missile nails the furtive figure right between the eyes. This act, however, elicits no reaction from your mysterious opponent. The figure does not move nor shift its pose. Nor does it return your attack or flee. It doesn't even make a sound.
Well, maybe it's a dead person. That would be bad, because that means, yeah, the person could have frozen to death because something bad is down here, huh? We are not calling out anything here. Let's cautiously approach the stranger's position.
You carefully scurry from bush to bush until you're directly in front of the tree where the mysterious person is perched. You crane your neck back, and...
Well, that was something else.
The man in the tree is dead. He's frozen in place.
Yeah.
Hands fixed to the branches flanking him as he stares into the thicket with a grimace of horror that will remain on his face until spring. Against your will, your mind begins to wonder what evil force drove this poor fellow to such a tortured death. Your elderly guide crosses himself and carefully examines the frozen corpse.
Sapper's spade. Crowbar too. That feller there, he's a marauder, sure as sugar. A grave robber, you get me? Gotta wonder what spooked him so bad that he decided to freeze to death, though.
Yeah, indeed. And by the way, I guess that throwing the snowball gave us the most experience in any game ever, I guess, for just a thrown snowball. So, well, maybe we should indeed look. Perhaps we should climb up and search the body. Let's do that.
For you,
Dexterity.
the tree is no more difficult than climbing a ladder. Unfortunately, you can't remove the man's sapper shovel and crowbar, which are more tightly frozen to his person than he himself is fixed to the branches. But you do manage to recover 120 rubles from a torn pocket. You gracefully return to the ground level and prepare to...
Well, and why couldn't we just throw him down? Or something? Like it's... He should be put into a grave, right? But well, let's continue on our
Try
way.
not to think about the fate of the frozen man. You walked another 20 meters before you come across a tent pitched alongside the path, almost hidden by fallen snow. It looks like it's been abandoned for some time. One panel is ripped open, its jagged edges flutter sluggishly in the burgeoning wind. The gravedigger shakes his head.
Just ignore it. There's a blizzard coming and we don't have time.
That doesn't look good. It looks like something ripped this open or so. Nah. Hex, what do you think?
A tent torn open in the snow brings back terrible memories,
Old Man Hexogen replies.
It still pains me to recall how I scared those hikers in the Ural Mountains in '59. They didn't know our film crew was camped across the ravine, shooting Sasquatch versus the Capitalist, the 7th film of my highly successful horror franchise. I was shambling to the catering table in the midst of a blizzard, in my full-body Bigfoot costume. When they spotted me, they slashed their tent open to run into the wilds, half-clothed and spooked out of their wits.
Your mind is turned to something that matters before he's finished the story. The gloomy howling of the wind is getting louder. You sense it may be building up to a blizzard.
Well, I still think I should check out this tent.
Briefly distracted from your quest for the keycard, you cautiously approach the abandoned camp. A few suspicious details immediately catch your eye. A tattered duffel bag, a stack of empty cans, and the remnants of a couple of tools half hidden in the snow.
Let's examine the duffel bag
You
first.
examine the tattered duffel bag. The side pocket in which hikers usually carry food and bottled water has been shredded, as if someone searched inside it not with hands, but a pair of serrated Bowie knives. The smaller pockets have been left untouched. You even find 50 rubles in one, and some Kasperermid pills in another.
I think it was a bear or something. Let's look inside the tent.
You carefully lift the flap of torn canvas and look into the twilit interior. What you find is less than exhilarating. A sleeping bag, a broken lantern, and a few partially eaten carrots. It seems the tent's owner was chased away during a meal.
Let's search the tent more thoroughly.
You're about to leave the destroyed tent when your eyes light on a tiny object in the far corner. On closer inspection, it turns out to be a figurine made of straw, resembling a stylized bull.
I would have thought it's a horse, but let's take the straw bull.
Without really understanding why, you tuck the toy away in your backpack.
Yeah, let's inspect the tools outside.
You're moving to examine the scattered tools when a spatter of snowflakes hits your cheek. Then another, and another. It looks like a blizzard is kicked up and is getting close to the grove. It will be difficult enough to dig in the frozen ground without a snowstorm battering you. You need to hurry. After giving the ruined camp a final glance, you return to the trail.
Oh, well. That's very sad. Let's jog towards the grave we're looking for.
Deciding not to waste any more time on the tent, you continue on your journey. Your guide's mood seems to have improved somewhat.
We're almost at this grave of yours now. It's just beyond that hillock.
The elderly fellow apparently doesn't realize that he's here to exhume a corpse, not honor its eternal memory in your company. You're thinking how best to convey this difficult information when an unnaturally low, hoarse roar stops you in your tracks. Something rushes out at you from the shadows, betwixt the darkened trees.
Oh my god. Halt! Who are you? Let's prepare for combat.
In all your time in the Wasteland, you've never seen anything like it. Puffing out its chest and hairy, drooping cheeks, something like a tall, skinny gorilla is loping towards you. That is, if gorillas had dirty white fur, jagged tusks, dimly glowing cat's eyes, and spiraling horns like a ram.
It's not a gorilla.
Completely silent, which makes it even creepier. The creature shambles right on up to you, then turns to your elderly guide, the gravedigger. Fixed in the mutant's glowing gaze, the old man's mouth hangs open a bit, and he freezes as if hypnotized. Meanwhile, Hexogen attracts your attention and whispers,
"Do not panic. That thing would have eaten us already if that was his intention. I'm sure he's here to beg for booze money. But don't give him a single ruble, child. Tell him to get a job."
Well, while that's funny, I think it's not about booze. Well, let's not get into a brawl over nothing. I have business in this grove. Let's show that our visitor's appearance doesn't frighten us. Or should we hit it? I think we are going to reload a number of times here, because I want to explore this whole thing a little bit. let's start with this, right? Like, like violence, that's the best human reaction, right? Let's give this brute a taste of our left hook.
Gathering all your will to survive in a single punch, you jump into the air with a wordless shout and stun the overgrown gorilla with a crushing blow to the jaw. A hit like that would likely kill or at least cripple a human being. The mutant, however, merely flinches and howls in outrage, after which he raises his paw for an equally violent counterattack.
Yeah, here, quit swinging those paws, or you'll get the rolled up newspaper next time, I swear. Yeah, the rolled up newspaper, right?
The monster's weighty paw descends right at you, but the blow never connects. Instead, the horned cousin of the legendary Yeti pats your backpack and coughs delicately as it presents its other paw, leathery palm up. He apparently expects you to put something in it. A whole series of guesses and conjectures sweep through your overworked mind. What could a creature like this want from you? It's unlikely to be money or weapons, but what about that straw figure of a bull that you picked up from the tent?
Uh-huh.
As if reading your mind, the mutant begins to moo in a quite decent imitation of a cow.
Well, why not? Throw the straw doll into the thicket. You want this thing, huh? Then go get it, bucko! No, we're not that mean. Come on. Also, he looks kind of desperate, right? Or it. After rummaging through our backpack and retrieving the straw bull, is this what you want?
With amazing dexterity, the monster snatches up the straw figure and retreats into the thicket. All this time, the horrid mutant was searching the snow-covered steep not for a victim, but for a useless bull figure, which must have some sentimental value.
Can we move on? Please.
The old gravedigger softly pleads. He doesn't look good. Meeting that monster has made a strong and not positive impression on his sanity.
Well, fortunately, we are used to that stuff, huh? Yeah, let's get a move on.
Lead-colored clouds are gathering above, and the snow is falling in thick gusts, threatening to cover the retreating monster's tracks. Soon, the landmarks you've been following will also be obscured. You will yourself to set aside the bizarre scene you just witnessed. It's high time you moved on.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the Hesperus star is coming, so we shouldn't waste any time, but on the other hand, we could also just wait out the blizzard in the village or whatever. But well, let's proceed to Goyachev's wife's grave.
Cresting the hillock, you find a shallow glen. In the middle of this space, a shoddily lacquered cross protrudes from a snowdrift. Marina Goryacheva. She died as she lived, remembered by few.
Aww.
You read the text on the laminated plaque.
That's a bit
Your
sad.
professor is many things, but romantic is obviously not one of them.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. I'll give you some space to pay your respects or whatever,
Says the gravedigger when he catches up to you.
The professor warned me someone would ask to lead them here one day.
Yeah, and about that, I need you to dig up this grave and open the coffin for me. No, okay, no, we can do it ourselves. Let's take the shovel out and start digging, and now you'll know why.
I won't partake in such activities.
The undertaker recoils, babbling about sacrilege and punishment from above. He himself does nothing to interfere with the excavation. Little by little, you hack away the frozen soil. The hole grows a bit deeper, and a bit deeper still. Despite the cold, you're completely drenched in sweat when a nasty yellow something appears at the bottom of the pit. With a joy you never expected to feel at the sight of rotten wood, you realize you've reached the coffin. Now, you just need to open it.
A nasty yellow something, like it's that's some form of fungus or so on the wood. I didn't even know that you could dig up frozen ground with a shovel. We know we need a pick or something, but well, finally. We spin in our palms and grab the lid. Heave-ho!
You instinctively flinch back as the lid comes free, but no fetid miasma rises from the coffin. All you find is a desiccated skeleton, still clothed in rags stiff with cold. But not everything in the box is withered and freeze-dried. Wrapped in several layers of cellophane and adhesive tape, you see a magnetic keycard marked with the inverter logo.
Aha! So, let's take the keycard, rebury the body, and then prepare to return to the village. Yeah, that's the decent thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
Tucking the keycard safely away in a secret pocket, you suppress a sigh of relief. It's not time to relax just yet. You still have a couple hours work ahead of you restoring Mrs. Goryacheva's resting place. Only after paying a last tribute to the keeper of the key do you set off, muscles aching and breath nearly spent. The blizzard passed as unexpectedly as it started, so you make for the gloomy high-rises of Trudograd, clearly visible on the horizon.
I thought we went back to the village. So Trudograd can be seen from the village, huh? Well. So. Is this the village? Yes, it is. Okay, well. That was pretty cool. And we got quite some experience out of that one. Let's have a look. So. It's still 9,000 to the next level, and here the lieutenant has 6,000. Hex, oh yeah, Hex is rather close, 2,000. So I find this quite funny. Oh, what's that? We have an effect. What's that? We are weak. Yeah, because it was all so exhausting, right? So we are traveling back in time. I want to explore this a little bit more. There. Hey there. Whom are we burying, mister? So, well, the only thing I want to bury is my ignorance of the answers to the questions I plan to ask you. Oh yeah, let's say this. Personal questions? I don't know about that. I'm an outdoorsman thanks to my trade. What do I call you? How did you become an undertaker? Oh yeah, and well, what about your village? Local history is more my wife's specialty, What rumors are circulating out on the steppe? Oh, well, you have some weird stories to tell. I was walking along the bank of the Ush. And then, well, there were some green sheep. Oh, can I change the subject? So, well, you mentioned that you go out dowsing on the steppe, but I thought you were a grave digger. One cannot exist without the other. You bury a dead over an underground spring, and a week later the well water in some nearby village will be contaminated. Intellect. Did the professor really suggest that? Did you know that dowsing has no scientific basis? Yeah, he told me the same thing. Said about getting a drill, some cable tape measure, computerized moisture meter and such. But I'm a simple man. Instead I just broke a forked stick off a bush and adapted it for this project. Worked just as well. Okay, well, if you're sure about that. Who was this professor anyway? Goryachev. He used to live here. Oh, yeah? Well, let's talk. Like, I want to arrange a funeral. Finally, a client. Oh, I meant I have to say I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah. Well. Myself, everybody has betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world. No. I want to bury Trudograd because that city is about to meet its maker now. I want a funeral service for my lost innocence. Well, actually, I think we've maintained our innocence here. But maybe, like the physical one, yeah, that's certainly lost. Excuse me, but what you just told me to bury is not a person, but a concept. Shame on you to request a metaphysical service from an honest laborer in this age of progressive materialism. I have rules here, don't you know? I only bury people who are dead. When you die, I'll gladly serve you, but before that, no deal. Okay, well, I also need to find the grave, like Goryachev's wife. Oh, what? The caterpillars jump? You're not even going to be coy about it, huh? Well, the professor did warn me. Tell me the password, mister. Well, Goryachev didn't say anything about a password. Is this some kind of setup? Gravedigger squints and throws us a sly wink. There isn't the slightest trace of fear on his face now. Not knowing the password is the password. If you had come without the professor's blessing, you would have started guessing on the fly. Because evil men cannot help but lie if the opportunity presents itself, or so they say. Well, Pacom, I think you are not incorrect there. Yeah, nobody actually says that, but I agree anyway. So, are we going or what? Is that, well... Lead the way, you crazy old conjurer.
You follow your guide out of the village and onto the open
here, let's listen in to Kras's Nameni.
Canvas, which seems to stretch to infinity before you, gives you mixed feelings. On the one hand, it makes you recollect challenging the Wasteland 2 years ago near Krasna's Nameni. On the other, your time
Das ist Namen.
Trudograd's narrow and twisted streets
Whatever.
left you with an anxiety bordering on agoraphobia.
Let's chat with Razin.
You slap Razin on the shoulder, and he speaks without slowing his pace. The city had it all. Taverns, markets, brothels. But this place, there's nothing fun around here. Ah, shit! Razin stumbles knee-deep into a hole hidden beneath the snow, and barely keeps from falling on his face. When he's recovered, the lieutenant continues. By the way, the folks from the village back there came to the police a bunch of times, whining about grave robbers looting the fancy burial sites. We didn't look into it all that seriously, of course. Maybe we should have. Razin complains for a few more minutes, focusing on the shortcomings of the deserted steppe compared with Trudograd. Then he starts cracking jokes and doesn't stop until you reach your destination. A lonely copse of trees in the middle of the steppe.
I just noticed something. We don't really know so much about Lieutenant Razin. And I feel that only in the first part of the game there was actually more interaction. And that's actually kind of a shortcoming. Oh, sorry, my voice gives in, I think. I'm still a little bit sick at the time of recording. And I already talked a lot today. So, yeah, that's certainly something they could improve on. Or they should have improved on. But well, now it can't be changed anymore. The game is in the world. Okay, so we carefully scan the grove
Silence
before
reigns
proceeding.
in this lonely
Yeah,
harbor,
and
where the tall tree trunks deny the raging
if this place to
wind.
save all the
grave digger
warnings.
shrugs.
Okay.
My nerves are not what they used
Yeah,
to
we
be.
keep our thoughts to
You
ourselves.
loop between tree trunks and gravestones protruding from the snow. Suddenly, your guide halts, so you almost stumble into him.
Hold up. There's someone there.
He says in a tense whisper, and points to a linden tree near the path. More precisely,
Let's call out
he
the silent
points out a
observer.
You cup your hands around your mouth and shout, "Hey! Hey!" But only your echo replies. The silhouette in the tree doesn't react at all.
Yeah, there you go. Then we toss the snowball
Your
for
missile nails
512
the furtive
experience
figure right
points.
between the eyes.
Attention.
No matter how hard you
it's
squint,
failure.
you can't make out this person's expression
Cautiously
or
approach the
gear.
stranger's position.
Much
By the
less
way,
his
why don't we have
intentions.
binoculars?
You carefully scurry from bush to bush until you're directly in front of the tree. where
Yeah,
the
and then
man
let's
in
have a
the
look.
tree is dead.
Oh.
He's frozen in place, hands fixed to the branches flanking him as he stares into the thicket with a grimace of horror that will remain on his face until spring. Against your will, your mind begins to wonder what evil force drove this poor fellow to such a tortured death. Your elderly guide crosses himself and carefully examines the frozen corpse.
Sapper's spade. Crowbar too. That feller there, he's a marauder, sure as sugar. A grave robber, you get me? Gotta wonder what spooked him so bad that he decided to freeze to death, though.
Let's grab the poor guy by the leg and pull him down.
After a few sharp tugs, you realize the only way to get him unstuck from the tree is piece by piece. However, like a weird consolation prize for Madame Fortune, a handful of coin pours from the dead man's torn breast pocket, which came open thanks to your efforts. The copper rain is followed by a few banknotes as well. Once you've collected the 120 rubles, you decide it's
time to
trying
keep
not
on
to think about
going
the fate
on.
of the frozen man. You've walked another 20 meters before you come across a tent pitched alongside the path, almost hidden by fallen snow. It looks like it's been abandoned for some time. One panel is ripped open, its jagged edges flutter sluggishly in the burgeoning wind. The gravedigger shakes his head.
Just ignore it. There's a blizzard coming and we don't have time.
Now that we are talking with Razin today, what do you think, Razin? Is it worth scouting out? I wouldn't even ask both of them.
I
But
thought
well.
we came here for a reason. Let's see that mission through, instead of wasting time searching for random junk along the way. The lieutenant replies, slightly irritated. You don't answer. The gloomy howling of the wind is getting louder. You sense it may be building up to a blizzard.
Yeah, we need to check out the
Briefly
tent.
distracted from your quest for the keycard, you cautiously approach the abandoned camp. A few suspicious details immediately catch your eye. A tattered duffel bag, a stack of empty cans, and the remnants of a couple of tools half hidden in the snow.
Let's examine the tools.
You squat before the remains of a once sturdy spade. Someone, or something, broke the shaft and threw it across the camp. A nearby sledgehammer met the same fate.
Them's grave robbing tools. If they belong to that frosty lad in the tree, I no longer feel sorry for him.
The gravedigger puffs, looking over your shoulder.
Well, yeah. Let's inspect the cans.
The metal cans scattered around the tent were all crushed before they were emptied, as if they had been squeezed by an inhumanly strong hand until they violently burst.
Yeah, that's what we thought, right? Okay. That's enough, I suppose. Continue to the grave.
Deciding not to
we're
waste
not
any more
looking
time
for
on the tent,
the straw
you continue
thingy.
on your journey. Your guide's
Let's see
mood
what
seems
happens.
to have improved somewhat.
We're almost at this grave of yours now. It's just beyond that hillock.
The elderly fellow apparently doesn't realize that he's here to exhume a corpse, not honor its eternal memory in your company. You're thinking how best to convey this difficult information when an unnaturally low, hoarse roar stops you in your tracks. Something rushes out at you from the shadows betwixt the darkened trees.
Halt! Who are you?
In all your time in the Wasteland, you've never seen anything like it. Puffing out its chest and hairy, drooping cheeks, something like a tall, skinny gorilla is loping towards you. That is, if gorillas had dirty white fur, jagged tusks, dimly glowing cat's eyes, and spiraling horns like a ram. Completely silent, which makes it even creepier, the creature shambles right on up to you, then turns to your elderly guide, the gravedigger. Fixed in the mutant's glowing gaze, the old man's mouth hangs open a bit, and he freezes as if hypnotized. Meanwhile, Hexogen attracts your attention and whispers,
Do not panic. That thing would have eaten us already if that was his intention. I'm sure he's here to beg for booze money. But don't give him a single ruble, child. Tell him to get a job.
Well, let's not get into a brawl over nothing. I have business in this grove.
You don't know what you expected, addressing the beast like it was some Trudogradian thug. But the mutant looks as if it understands and is now pondering your words. But this moment of confusion doesn't last long. The creature snorts in annoyance and raises one horrific paw to strike.
Let's see what happens. Let's block the blow with our hands. That's certainly smart, looking at the claws, right?
The monster's weighty paw descends right at you, but the blow never connects. Instead, the horned cousin of the legendary Yeti picks up your aged guide, the gravedigger, and ignoring his protests and cries, carries him off
what?
into the thicket.
What, is he going to eat him? What the hell?
Lead-colored clouds are gathering above, and the snow is falling in thick gusts, threatening to cover the retreating monster's tracks. Soon, the landmarks you've been following will also be obscured. You will yourself to set aside the bizarre scene you just witnessed. It's high time you moved on.
What? How do we know where the grave is? Like the exact location. And what about the guide?
Cresting the hillock, you find a shallow glen. In the middle of this space, a shoddily lacquered cross protrudes from a snowdrift. Marina Goryacheva. She died as she lived, remembered by few. You read the text on the laminated plaque. The old professor is many things, but romantic is obviously not one of them.
Yeah, well, let's take out the shovel and start digging. Why can't we follow the thing and kill it?
Little by little, you hack away the frozen soil. The hole grows a bit deeper, and a bit deeper still. Despite the cold, you're completely drenched in sweat when a nasty yellow something appears at the bottom of the pit. With a joy you never expected to feel at the sight of rotten wood, you realize you've reached the coffin. Now, you just need to open it.
I'm still confused about the color yellow. But, well, finally, we spit in our palms and grab the lid. All it needs is a little tug.
You instinctively flinch back as the lid comes free, but no fetid miasma rises from the coffin. All you find is a desiccated skeleton, still clothed in rags stiff with cold. But not everything in the box is withered and freeze-dried. Wrapped in several layers of cellophane and adhesive tape, you see a magnetic keycard marked with the inverter logo.
Okay, so obviously we would always rebury the body. But let's just check what happens. My job here is done. Now we leave it open.
Tucking the keycard away safely in a secret pocket, you sigh with relief. Without even throwing a few handfuls of earth on the poor woman's skeleton, you rush to exit the grove. The blizzard passed as unexpectedly as it started, so you make for the gloomy high-rises of Trudograd. clearly visible on the horizon.
Yeah, that's really bad guy stuff here. We would never behave like that. And what's with the guy? No, he's gone. But let's talk with his wife, or I guess with his widow now, huh? Where is she? Was it this one? Let's see what happens. But that's not acceptable. That's not an acceptable outcome. And nee, that's Mother Ahem. By the way, do they have a functioning car here? It looks very much like it's in working order. It's not impossible. Okay. Alya? I know you went to that grove with my no-good husband Pakom, yet you returned alone. Did something happen to him? Okay. I have bad news. Brace yourself. We tell her about the attack of the fuzzy mutant monster. Watching while the old woman absorbs this information, we are ready for anything. Fainting, weeping, hysteria, but after pause, the newly made widow simply nods. Oh, so that's how it is. You forgave your old dad, didn't you, Oleg? That's good. You're a very good boy, Oleg. Thank you for telling me. I'm going to get ready. Now they will definitely come for me, if not one, then the other. The nights are so long nowadays. What? Paying us no mind, the woman begins bustling about the house, collecting various supplies in a cloth sack as if preparing for a long journey. We try to catch her attention again, but she's completely absorbed in this activity. What manner of weirdness is this? I fear she just snapped, huh? Oh god. She put the broom away. What happens? What is happening? Sausage, apples, and a knife. Is she doing something? It's actually pretty dirty here in the house. But I think she's probably senile or something already. Oh, they have a weight there, dumbbell. Sorry about my voice. But I want... Yeah, we... Oh, now she's going. Let's follow her. But I want to explore this some more. Oh, and there are bones there. Cross bones. Alya. Alya. Thank you for telling me. Alya, what's happening? Yeah, we can't let this happen. It's horrible. Okay then, so we are traveling back in time, but that was fun. So we talked with the and we need to talk to Hexogen. I want to talk with Hexogen and see what he says during the walk. You're both a grave digger and a browser tech. A real clever fellow taught me to do so. An honest-to-God, genuine professor. We scratched the back of our head and shrug. Cool. And how? Well, did you want anything else? I want to arrange a funeral. I want to bury Trudograd because that city is about to meet its maker. Have you also heard the stories about the criminal army advancing from the north? Even if all these prophecies come true, Trudograd will bury itself before that, right beneath those shaky death traps they build on the rooftops. Got that? I have rules here, don't you know? I only bury people who are dead. When you die, I'll gladly serve you, but before that, no deal. Okay, well, tell me what you know about this army of criminals. No more than anybody else. They say that somewhere far, far away the bandits have gathered in a mob and are marching here to pillage Trudograd and raze it to the ground. That's all I know. Gotcha. They must be socialists, right? They take away what people have to redistribute it amongst themselves, huh? That's how it works, we know. Gotcha. I also need to find the grave. The wife's grave. We're not even going to be coy about it, huh? No, we're not. Strength. I don't care about passwords. Take me where I need to go or you'll regret it for a very short while. Success. The gravedigger raises his hands in apology, glances quickly around and nods. Got it, got it. We are simple people here, not fighters. I would still like to get that password, of course, but if you want to skip that part, it's fine with me. Let's go. Let's see if
you follow your guide out
if
of
he
the
leads us
village
into a
onto the
trap or
open steppe.
something.
The blank, snowy canvas, which seems to stretch to infinity
Let's listen
before
to the
you,
word.
gives you mixed feelings. On the one hand, it makes you recollect challenging the Wasteland 2 years ago near Krasnoznameni. On the other, your time
No, he
roaming
said
through
Krasnoznameni.
narrow and twisty streets
Okay.
left you with an anxiety bordering on agoraphobia at the sight of this vast and pitiless vista. Shivering
Let's
from
chat
the chill, the gravedigger moves
with
toward
Hexogen.
you. Seeing that you're about to strike up a conversation, Hexogen anticipates any question you might have with a mockingly plaintive request.
Child, show mercy. Tread carefully as if through a minefield, for your walk not upon dead ground, but upon the earthly flesh of your long-suffering father.
He pauses, but receiving no reaction from you, goes on.
Hexogen, people called me. Half man, half step. Half human and half geographic phenomenon. That's what the gossips used to say about me. And boy, how right they were. Do you think you gaze upon nothing more than the icy vastness of nature's beauty? Poppycock. What you see is the very breath of my soul. And if you're wondering what part of the landscape is symbolized by my aquiline, Zhukov-style nose, then cast your eyes upon.
The gabble of your self-proclaimed father subsides into a vague buzzing at the back of your mind, until you finally arrive at the borders of the solitary grove.
Ah, yeah. Okay, well. Let's carefully scan the grove.
Silence reigns in this lonely harbor.
Is this
where
place
the
safe?
grave
Really?
diggers
I'm counting on
weave
you.
between tree trunks and
Oh, there's
gravestones
something in the
protruding from
tree.
snow. Suddenly, your guide halts.
Attention.
No matter how hard
We fail.
you can't make out this person's
Throwing
expression. Your
weapons.
missile nails the
Snowball.
furtive figure right
No
between the
reaction.
eyes.
That's weird. Could
This
there
act, however,
something like
elicits
is the
no
person maybe
reaction from your
dead?
mysterious opponent.
And it's
You
we are not
carefully
shouting
scurry
through
from
the
bush to
forest
bush.
here. That was
The man in
something
the tree
else.
is
Okay.
dead. He's frozen in place, hands fixed to the branches flanking him as he stares into
Search
the
for the
thicket
cause of the
grimace
deceased
no matter
panic.
how
No
you
matter how we
scrutinize
scrutinize the gloomy grove, we
you
neither spot, hear, nor even smell anything that could drive someone to choose.
A frozen death high up in a tree. Whatever scared the man, it knows how to hide, or has simply left these lands.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot about the narrator for a second there. It was a reading reflex. Okay, let's climb up
For
there.
you, the tree is no more difficult than climbing a
Aha,
ladder.
120
Trying not to
rubles,
think about the
okay.
fate of the frozen man, you've walked another 20 meters before you come across a tent pitched alongside the path.
Hexogen, what do you think, Hex?
A tent torn open in the snow brings back terrible memories.
Old man Hexogen replies.
It still pains me to recall how I scared those hikers in the Ural Mountains in '59. They didn't know our film crew was camped across the ravine, shooting Sasquatch versus the Capitalist, the 7th film of my highly successful horror franchise. I was shambling to the catering table in the midst of a blizzard, in my full-body Bigfoot costume. When they spotted me, they slashed their tent open to run into the wilds, half-clothed and spooked out of their wits.
Your mind is turned to something that matters before he's finished the story. The gloomy howling of the wind is getting louder. You sense it may be building up to a blizzard.
Aha. Let's check the tent.
So,
so all of this here,
the abandoned camp.
the duffel
You
bag,
examine
there
the tattered
were some
duffel bag,
rubles,
the side
and
pocket
then
in which
inside
hikers
of the
usually-
tent,
You carefully lift the flap of torn canvas and look into the toilet interior. What
that's
you find
enough.
is
So
less
let's
than
pretend
observing.
we're not finding the
Deciding
thing.
not to waste any
And
more
then
time on the tent.
halt, who are you?
In all your time
Okay.
in the wasteland, you've never seen anything like it. Puffing out its
Let's show that
chest and
our
hairy,
visitor's appearance
drooping
doesn't
cheeks.
frighten us.
Seeing such steadfastness in the face of danger, the creature snorts in annoyance. Your courage clearly doesn't impress him, and whistling as it cuts through the air, he raises one horrific paw to strike.
Let's fold our arms and laugh contemptuously.
The monster's weighty paw descends right at you, but the blow never connects. Instead, the horned cousin of the legendary Yeti picks up your aged guide, the Gravedigger. and ignoring his protests.
Okay,
and
what the
cries,
hell? Okay,
pressed it
then.
little
So
by
he
little, you instinctively
takes the
flinched
guy.
as the
Yeah,
lid
let's
kept
bury.
tucking the keycard safely away in a
Yeah,
secret
oh yeah, here.
pocket.
So
You
we are
suppressed
getting
a sigh of
we are
relief.
getting more
It's
experience
not
for
time to
doing the
relax,
right
just
thing. That's good. And then let's go here. Let's see what if a bad person would lie to the poor old lady. Like only a really bad person would do that, and that makes it utterly unacceptable. Is this her house? Yeah, Alja. I know you went to that grove with my no-good husband Pakom, yet you returned alone. Did something happen to him? No, he said he'd be back later. Had some business to tend to, that's all I know. Business? If we were a decade or two younger, I'd think he'd found a mistress in some nearby village. But if that was the case, I'd find someone on the side for myself. Ha 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 ha! Well, we met a creature out on the steppe. Let's describe the monster attack without mentioning that it snatched her husband. Our account doesn't disturb the woman at all, but seems to evoke a mixture of melancholy and nostalgia, as if it recalled a pleasant memory from the distant past, huh? This world sure is full of surprises, right? Yes, sir, just full of surprises. Well, I beg your pardon, but I find your reaction rather strange. But you remember when I told you about our son Oleg, don't you? I was just imagining it was him you met. Maybe you did. I personally don't remember her son, Oleg. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Excuse me, but I have no time for questions now. My husband has disappeared. Okay. He'll be back, I'm sure of it. I have to go. Okay. Let's travel back in time. So now again, so I think this first thing that I did, that was already like, it came from my soul, right? Alja. Old woman, that's Bata. We have your toadstool, the rotten. And by the way, do you know any new rumors? I don't know anything new. Okay. Then... There. Whom are we burying, mister? Friend or relative? Guys, I'm not reading it again, because we just did it. But... So he's both the grave digger and so on. Do you use drilling rigs and hygrometers to look for water? None of that. The professor said I should get a drill, some cable and so on. Okay, I see. Like, who was this professor anyway? Goryachev. He used to live here. Yeah. How about we change the subject? I want to arrange a funeral. Finally, a client. Ahem. I mean, I meant to say I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah. Myself. Everybody has betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world. Sorry, but come back when you're a little deader. My head is full enough as it is without trying to memorize which graves are free and which are reserved for wannabe suicides. Oh, and also, what do you mean you're fed up with this world? Yes, life can be difficult. Take me for an instance. I lost my son and I'm married to a demented old hag. But where there's life, there's hope for change and a chance of improvement. Now think about the deaders. They don't have any hope at all because their brains are mush. Yeah. So I want you to stop this nonsense and get yourself some help. Talk to a friend or a family member or contact the relevant services at least. Just don't do anything stupid, okay? We would never do anything stupid. It was just a fun thing. Okay, I better go. Okay, I just wanted to explore that one. But we would never say such a thing, right? So you're both a gravedigger and a dowser. One cannot exist without the other, yeah? So, Tech, you use drilling rigs and hygrometers? Oh, that's what the professor said. Yeah? Who was this professor anyway? Goryachev. There you go. Well, could we maybe talk about something else then? I would like to arrange a funeral. Here, him, I need to bury him. But this man is actually alive. How observant of you, says Hexogen. I lived, I live, I will live again. Both in this portly fleshy form and as an eternal spirit. See, he can talk and I only accept deadlines. It's too hard otherwise. Okay, well, gotcha. Well, let's talk about some stuff. So, what's your name? Pakom. What about this village? Local history is more my wife's specialty. Oh, yeah, okay. How did you become an undertaker? Well, it started with making a coffin and okay, and what rumors are circulating? Oh yeah, well there were green sheep and it was weird. Okay. You don't say. Tell us more about the village. I told you it's an ordinary place for ordinary people. Yeah? Are there more rumors? Maybe no rumors, just stories. And I told you the one I know, mister. If you've been struck on the head recently, well, actually on the head and in the eyes. But yeah, okay. So listen, I need to find the grave. That grave, the one grave that's relevant. Tell me the password, mister. Can we do without the complications, my good sir? The professor himself sent me. Ah, yeah? Success. Okay. Yes, alright, I believe you. Lead the way, you crazy
You follow
old
your guide
codger.
out of the village and onto the open steppe. The blank,
So
snowy
it
canvas
makes
which
sense
seems
to
stretch
chat with
infinity
the
before you
guide,
pat
right?
the
So
old
there.
gravedigger on the shoulder, and he speaks without slowing down.
In the summer, I can reach this place in 15 minutes or less at a walking pace. But with the snow this deep, it might take me half an hour or so.
Half an hour is not
Loudly
super
and
far
spits to
away.
one side. But
But
even if you
sufficiently.
get worn out, the grove
Okay,
isn't
let's look at the grove.
Silence reigns in this
Something is
lonely harbor,
weird.
where the tall tree trunks
If this
deny
place
the
is to save
raging
where all the
wind,
warnings
gravedigger
are.
shrugs.
Okay.
My
Well, I'm
you-
counting
You
on
move
you.
between tree
Okay.
trunks and gravestones protruding from the snow.
Attention,
Suddenly,
make a
your guide
focused
halts,
examination
and you
of
almost stumble
our
into
mysterious
them.
observer.
No matter
Still
how
a
hard you
failure,
squint,
okay.
you can't
Oh
make out
crap, I
this
was
person's
thinking about
expression
eating
or
something
gear,
that would increase
much
our
less his
attention, but I think
intentions.
there is actually
To learn
nothing.
anything else,
Let's
you'll
toss
have
a
to get your
snowball
missile
for
nails
another
the figure right
512.
between the eyes.
Okay,
This
let's
act, however,
cautiously
you
approach.
tip the man in the tree
Dexterity,
instead.
let's climb up
For
there
you,
to this
try not to
person.
think about the fate of the frozen man.
And we
You've
got
walked
some
another 20
rubles
meters
in the
before you come
pocket,
across the
alright,
tent pitched
okay.
alongside the path.
Hold on
Almost
just a
hidden by
sec.
fallen snow.
Hex,
It
what
looks
do you
like it's
think, Hex?
Tent torn open in
Oh
the
yeah?
snow.
So,
Brings
you
back
think about
terrible memories.
Old man Hexogen replies.
dressing up like a
It's still
Sasquatch,
painful
huh?
to recall
Okay.
how I scared
I
those
still think I should
hikers
check out this
Briefly
tent. Okay, let's
distracted
look
from
at the
quest,
duffel
You
bag.
examine the tattered duffel bag.
Kasparum
The
at
side
50
pocket
rubles.
in
Let's
which
look inside the
you
tent.
carefully
Oh,
lift the
and
flap.
well,
You're
there's
about to
something.
leave
There's a
the
straw
destroyed
ball.
tent when your eyes light on a tiny.
Okay.
Without really understanding
why.
You tuck the toy away in your backpack.
Yeah. That's enough, I suppose. Let's continue
Deciding
to
not
the
to waste
grave.
any more
Oh,
time
and
on the
there's
tent,
something.
you
That, by the way, it
continue on
looks
your
really
journey.
creepy here.
Your guide's mood seems
Halt,
to have
who are
been
you?
all your time in the woods.
Roar.
You've never seen anything like it. Puffing out its chest
Well,
and
let's
hairy,
punch it.
drooping
Give the brute a
cheeks.
taste of
Something
our
like
left hook
gathering
there.
all your will to survive in a single
Very
punch.
good.
You jump into the air with a wordless shout and stun the overgrown gorilla with a crushing blow to the jaw. A hit like that would likely kill, or at least
Now
cripple
there.
a
Here,
human
quit
being.
swinging those paws, or you'll get the
However,
rolled up
Mutant
newspaper
flinches and
next time,
howls
I
in
swear.
outrage. The monster's weighty paw descends right at you, but the blow never connects. Instead, the horned cousin of the legendary Yeti pats your backpack and coughs delicately as it presents its other paw, leathery palm up. He apparently expects you to put something in it. A whole series of guesses and conjectures sweep through your overworked mind. What could a creature like this want from you? It's unlikely to be money or weapons, but what about that straw figure of a bull that you picked up from the tent? As if reading your mind, the mutant begins to moo in a quite decent imitation of a cow.
Yeah. I really find this funny. You want this thing, then go get it, bucko. Throwing it into the thicket. No, okay, well, let's do that. Let's throw it there.
Frowning
There.
as though you just insulted his mother, the monster growls and runs off after its queer quarry. It's now clear that the creature was stalking the snowy grove, not in search of a victim, but a useless doll, which must have some sentimental value.
Uh-huh.
Can we move on? Please.
The old gravedigger softly pleads. He doesn't look good. Meeting that monster has badly shaken him.
So there's more to this than we thought. So I think it's a good thing that we actually saved his life right now, because I would guess that we can talk with them about this monster or this mutant. Hey, let's get a move on. Maybe it's their child or something.
Above, and the snow is falling in thick gusts,
Okay.
threatening to cover
Yeah,
the
so the
retreating
blizzard
monsters.
is coming. So let's get to the
Cresting
grave.
the hillock,
Oh
you find a
yeah,
shallow
well.
glen. In the middle
I mean,
of the
it would be
space,
nice
a
if you
shot
could
of land
help,
cross
but we
protrudes
can
from
do
the
it.
snow
Take
drift.
the shovel out and start
Marina
digging, and now you all know
Goriachi.
why.
I won't partake.
Okay,
in
and
such
something yellow
activity.
comes
The Undertaker
into
recoils,
view, and
babbling
well,
about
we still spit in
sacrilege
our
and
palm to
punishment
grab
from
the
above.
lid.
You
Heave
instinctively
ho!
flinch
Oh, a
back as the lid
keycard.
comes free.
Well, let's take that and
No
rebury
feat
the
in the
body,
act of
as
tucking the keycard
is
safely away in a secret
something
pocket
every
used to
decent
suppress a
person
sigh
would
of
do.
relief. It's not time to
Okay.
relax just yet. You
So,
still have a
and,
couple hours work ahead of you, restoring Mrs. Gloriatis.
Lots of
as
snow
resting
coming up.
place.
Let's walk back to the village. So there. Okay, good. Saving the game. So, and let's talk to him. Pakom. Hello, mister. What is it that you desire? The gravedigger and funeral master nods in our direction. Well, what can you tell us about the monster we met in the grove? Not much. That's what puts the nuclear apocalypse, all them atoms that bred mutants in every nook and cranny in the land. I don't care to think about it much. Freaks are freaks and nothing more. Now my wife over there loves to fantasize that our son has turned into some kind of were thing, but even she would be too ashamed to push such nonsense on strangers. Your son turned into where? What now? Can't you explain? And by the way, was that your tent maybe? Like, did you guys have a family vacation or so? Or what happened there? Success. She thinks our son was caught by shapeshifters who infected him with their mutation. Well, we really did have some weird mutants run through our lands back in the day. They were fleeing from a renowned monster hunter. But to say they changed our poor boy into one of their ilk is pure delusion. Sometimes you have to accept the truth, no matter how bitter. Our Oleg is no more. He's gone and he'll never return. Okay. Sorry if this is upsetting, but did you find Oleg's body? No. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, nodding. Sure. See you soon then. Can we maybe talk about it again? Ugh. No, come on. Traveling back? Come on, Pakom. I need to talk about this more. Here, what can you tell us about the monster? Okay. Something like a were thing? Okay, and like... What kind of mutants were they? I never saw them myself. They're supposed to be huge, hairy horned monsters. Oh, enough about that, okay. Now come on, Pakom. Come on, Pakom. Come on, we need to talk about that a little bit more. Come on. So those monsters, like, and what do you think became of him? The boy died, period. Please, let's not discuss it anymore, okay. Sure thing. See you soon then. Okay, then we are the sensible sort. So, like the monster in the grove and the were thing. Sorry if this is upsetting, but did you find Oleg's body? No, anyway, enough of that. Okay. Okay, well, then it's indeed not confirmed that he is indeed dead. Maybe this is something that we could do. Okay, Hex. You've got 1,500 only. Then let's actually have you wear the beret. There it is. We got a lot of experience points lately, and by the way, where's he now? He did not run through here, right? Did he go away? No, right? Where's he? Well, I guess he is going home. Let's talk with the mother. With his wife. No, that's not the right house. Like here, the red one, right? There. Pakom. And okay, there he is, okay. Smoking there. Saving. Alya, forgive me if it's sacrilegious, but you visit us more often than the families of the recently deceased. Well, I don't know if Pakom told you, but we met a creature out on the steppe. Let's describe the encounter. Our account doesn't disturb the woman at all, but seems to evoke a mixture of melancholy and nostalgia, as if it recalled a pleasant memory from the distant past. This world sure is full of surprises, right? Yes, sir, just full of surprises. Well, I beg your pardon, but I find your reaction rather strange. But you remember when I told you about our son Oleg, don't you? I was just imagining it was him you met. Maybe you did. In that case, can I ask you a couple of questions? No, go ahead and ask. This is now our first time. Okay, well, do you know any more rumors? No? Okay, well, can we talk about anything else? No. Okay. Anything new that you pulled out of the earth? No. Then that's all I wanted by. Okay. So, but that's, who knows? Maybe it is Oleg. Pacom? Hello, mister. What is it that you desire? Well, can we talk? Like, any rumors? No rumors, just story, and you know the one I know. Okay. Okay, so. But that was pretty cool. So we've got the keycard now. This one. Professor Goyachev's keycard, which should open the bunker with the railgun and the inverter factory. Alright. So. And then I think we can actually go to 7th Heaven first and have a look. Because our mission says that we are, yeah, and well, the bomber gun, maybe there's one in 7th Heaven or so. Mr. Voronin. Well, we still need to find the location. The location we need to find. Let me just check something. Although we have to end the episode rather sooner than later. But let's have a look. Do we have something new here? No, we checked that all. Second tier. Headquarters. No. Okay. No. Okay. Well, all the Soviet tenement blocks over there, huh? This looks very much like something here. And I can't click there. Okay, yeah. Oh, and by the way, are we hungry? No, 200. 240. Oh yeah, well. Yeah, he could actually, let's eat something. So here, let's eat one meat. And let's have a little barbecue. To celebrate the day. So there. Roasting some meat and cooking it up there, very good. Okay, so 20. And now, oh maybe, yeah, no sorry, let's eat another one. Hex, you can give one too. There. But that concludes today's episode, so finishing the day by the campfire, that's actually quite fitting. So, and that concludes today's episode. Many thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. We've got the keycard. We learned about a monster roaming the wasteland, or the radioactive post-apocalypse of the former Soviet Union. Maybe we will meet this monster again, this mutant or whatever it is. The Russian Bigfoot or so. We shall see. And we are rather close to the next level for Hex. 1,200 now, 1,150 roughly. This is 6,000 and we've got 11, no, 9,000. Okay. Yeah. But we are a bit weak there. It was so exhausting digging up the woman. He's got 0 points and 0. So yeah, we've allocated everything. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Many thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. And as always, the comment section is all yours. Let us know, let the community know what you think about this game, this episode, this Oleg situation. Did you maybe find something else that's a secret or so? Did I miss anything? Do tell. So we can complete the walkthrough. My voice is really giving in now. But it's all fun. And I'm trying to make more episodes now for Trudograd. But just as a forewarning, in November I won't be able to play at all. But I'm trying to pre-produce some episodes. And so far I'm confident that you will have something every week. but not so many episodes actually. But on the other hand, like, it has been rather irregular lately anyway. But my computer seems to be quite a bit more stable now that I got rid of this afterburner thing. And the game seems to work better this way as well. By the way, we've got a nice broth there. That's good in this weather. So, many thanks, see you next time. Comment section is all yours. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, hit the bell, and see you next time. Bye bye.